Mom's finally settled down. She doesn't feel good. Mom don't get sick. I don't remember the last time Mom was got thrown up sick. But she got thrown up sick today. Got hot. Hotter than I ever care to ever feel ever again. And it's not even near as hot as it is in the rest of the parts of the world. There's so many parts of the world that are just so going through it right now. My heart goes out. I started talking about the puddles of people like 10 years ago. Because, for all time, America's been going over there and taking care of business and blah, blah, blah. Well, when we do that, it displaces people. And people don't have places to go. And we do it year after year. After we say, no, we're not going to do it. We do it for 20 years, and then we stop for a little while. Then we start up again. People don't got no place to go. And so we got these puddles, mass puddles of people that don't have anything to lose. World didn't do them no favor, so it's a free-for-all. In Spain, it's getting wild. Do you ever think about your lineage, like your DNA, and the storylines that come with that? I didn't do it until later in life. Because Mom got her DNA test, because I always wanted to know where she was from. Careful what you wish for. So she didn't feel good. We went out today, and it was probably a bad choice on me. I thought, well, I turned on the air conditioner, and the air conditioner didn't work, and I just spent like $700 to get the air conditioner to work, but it's not running cold air no more, so I don't even want to deal with it. So anyway, took Mom out for a little ride to see some, and I think it was too much for her. And then we had some watermelon juice yesterday, and that didn't set right in her stomach. So finally she's laying down. I just spent the better part of the last hour trying to help her feel better in the bathroom. Moral support mostly. But having parents get old, man, it just sucks. Mom's been a trooper her whole life, though. This lady has been through more than anybody I've ever known. Anybody, any story of any person I've ever known, Mom tops it. This lady's been through hell, so I'm just trying to give her a little comfort at the end of her life, because I don't know if you know this, but unless you're like the right person on this planet, the privileges and the benefits will not be afforded to you. I like to imagine things. I try to imagine the world into a better existence. A lot of the stuff that I've said the last 10 years has come true. There's like all the free spay and neuter clinics all over the place to help with reduce with pet. But where I live, they're I don't know. Every place I live, it's always the people. The land I love, but it's the people that are just like, it's like, I mean, they have the expectation. There's always lost dogs and hit dogs and dead dogs and cats because people let their pets roam. My whole life, that just is, if you have a domesticated animal, like, why would you just let it be coyote food? It just never sat right with me. And let me just delete this off. And so tonight I was talking to Mom because I was trying to distract her and stuff in the bathroom, and so she would relax, and because she was getting so upset, it was like for a second it was like coming out both ends, and I didn't know what to do for a second there. She's better now, but I want the world to be a better place for people that are here when I'm gone. When I'm dead and gone, I want my ideas to be implemented so that it's better for everybody. Did you know that the guy that's the president, right? He's a nepo baby, right? He's never done anything significant. Everything he has, it's because it's been given to him. Okay, understand that. His daddy gave him $1 million, and then like he still ended up bankrupt, and now he's bankrupting the country because that's what people that are bankrupt inside they do. They're corrupt. Like they're always looking for outside stuff to measure their worth, and so they're forever empty inside. It's totally cliche. So I came up with this idea that if everybody that's born in the United States from the time, with all the money that they waste on their made up fake wars, because I was in one. I was on at Sudabay Creek in Greece when we bombed Iraq for no reason, and I saw the Marines, and they weren't all big and bad and tough after they bombed Baghdad, and they did what the men do in war. They were shells of themselves, and they trashed the base because they got drunk and they couldn't believe what they had done. They were all shell shocked and stuff. War is just really ugly and gross, but they glamorize it, glorify it because they make it look good on movies. And so they so what I'd like to see is the United, like you're born in the United States. Yeah, I'm not into big money. I'm into people that just like aren't rotting in the street and have food to eat and clean water to drink. Because there's towns all over, like Colorado, they just abandoned a town. They just said we're not a town no more because the city didn't want to fix the water, the infrastructure. So they just said, okay, we're abandoning this town. We're not going to do anything to make it better, and we're going to see this more and more because once people start figuring out, oh, okay, we don't have to be culpable. We can just run away and be cowards and not have to take any responsibility for our constituents and leaving them in harm's way. This is supposed to be the greatest nation on this earth. And it turned into it's like Uncle Eddie's backyard barbecue. Like one of the car demolition derbies from the racetrack behind Cousin Eddie's. Like got squirrely, jumped the fence, took out people at the like America's. It's really going down the tube. We're watching the end of the United States of America, and they're just acting like everything's okay. Dude, we have dead congressmen and senators and missing in New Mexico. The lady that hasn't been at work in 5 months is the state secretary, I think. Is that who it is? Is it the state secretary? State sec or Secretary of State, New Mexico. Yeah. Wait. Where is it? Which is the lady? Secretary of State, New Mexico. It's not the right one. Maggie? No, that's not her. Her address, email. One of the elected or one of the officials. New Mexico's on fire right now. Well, not literally. I don't think there's actually any fires in New Mexico literally right now. Although it's heated up, but I'm really happy to see the people standing up for what they believe in. I really am. It does my heart good. It's unfortunate that rich people do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what we want. It's all about the deal. And they'll say things like, it's nothing personal, because they have no soul. So they sold the down in Santa Fe or Albuquerque, they sold the electric company, so like everybody's rates are going to go through the roof. Like, why would you let somebody from out of state designate what another state does with their electricity, and it's all like a Ponzi scheme. In Virginia, they're building a power line that goes through, I think, West Virginia. Oh, like it goes through West Virginia, but it doesn't benefit West Virginia. It benefits Virginia, and it's all squirrely, and they just have been allowed to get away with these shady backroom deals because people are just, they were comfortable enough. But now people aren't comfortable so much anymore. More and more people have less and less. So when that happens, you start seeing people, they start looking around, they start resenting, they start acting out. Now we're coming into August where it's the hottest. It's gonna be so hot. Like it was the hottest I ever felt it, and I lived here 5.5 years, and I never felt it. I was like, ugh. It was that hot. And then it rained, and then it was like cool, but then it gets muggy. But it's still the most beautiful place I ever lived. I love this place. I just wish it had lakes, more lakes, like not little puddles, little man-made reservoir things. I like lakes and rivers. The Rio Grande's kind of low, so although we are getting a lot of rain, everything's green and lush. So in no place I ever lived, it's been like that in August. Because tomorrow's August. Today's the last day of July. So, what was I going to tell a story about? Took Mom out, helped a neighbor. That was nice. I got to help a neighbor today. That's funny. The astrology says that you're going to be more friendly with your neighbor, and like the lady that lives, I just don't. She's fake. I don't like fake people. I would rather people be staunchy with me until they're feeling the waters and then warm up, than be like and then they're just. I don't like fake. I can't do fake real good. What else happened? Oh yeah. So Mom and I went and got a milkshake. I don't think that helped with her. I think maybe it was bad choices were made today. She feels better and she's okay, and tomorrow's a new day. And hopefully it won't be as hot as it was today. So other squirrely stuff that's been going on. Yeah, they're playing Weekend at Bernie's with freaking people in DC. It's this nation is so fraudulent. I just wish people would start seeing like things for how they really are. And America is not the good guy. Like there's never any weapons of mass destruction. We've been taking lives of innocent people for profits so they can make money, and like they invent the latest technologies at Raytheon. I applied at Raytheon in Northrop and Gunn, both of those. Thank goodness I didn't get hired. I don't think my soul could live with myself if once I started realizing like what I'm actually working. It's like it's Murder Corp. It's a corporation so they can make toys on how to kill people. People don't think that's weird. They just say it's for what? What do they say they do it for? Again, freedom and democracy? It's how many people have died over there because we want to be free and democratic here? That doesn't even compute in my brain. Being nacho neurotypical, I still did a lot of shit in life, though. Like, I have a lot of really good stories, Like, if I'll never be in a history book. If I was the only female just that worked on the flight line when we bombed Iraq for no reason. So I hear all these people, like, all bleeding heart for, like, oh, these men that go to war and they see the torments of all these poor guys, and I'm just like, they don't know that there's a lot of women there that see this stuff too. The IEDs and stuff, the women at security forces, that's just all testing technology. Want to hear something funny that America does? This cracks me up. I realized this the other day because I live in New Mexico, right? And I was prior military, so like I look in the history of stuff because I'm curious about why people do things. And a video of, I think it was TikTok, came across, and it showed like the history of them developing the atomic bomb in New Mexico, and I just started laughing. I said, what kind of stupid country state bombs itself? Every time they tested an atom bomb, America was bombing itself. Do you realize that? Do you know how funny that is? We're going to test these bombs to cause harm on them over there, but first we're going to bomb ourselves. Do people realize that America is a Ponzi scheme? They don't get it. They think like it's like we're a great old superpower and whatever we do over there makes this place great. It's such a lie. I really implore people to understand what a crock America is. It's a Ponzi scheme. It robs Peter to pay Trump. And then it never trickles down. It never ever trickles down. Ever. And people, as long as they have their, their video games, I think that's the most beloved thing on the planet right now. Like men, I've seen guys like throw little, like men in their 30s and 40s throw little girl fits because their girlfriend like got rid of their video game. Like it is replaced religion, I'm pretty sure. Like Grand Theft Auto is the new society norm. Have you noticed what's going on in big cities? It's legit Grand Theft Auto because people have been programming themselves as to what is acceptable for the last 25, 30 years, and then it starts on TV, and then it escalates to let's go out and do this in real life because nobody's gonna stop us anyway. And they don't, especially in New Mexico. The judicial system it doesn't exist because too many people get paid off, bought off. Too many young girls are doing weird stuff in jails to policemen. I mean, it was like I heard these stories about Taos and like what cops are, you can get off if they get off, and it's a dirty world we live in. That's why I'm celibate. I don't live in the world of fucking and chucking. I don't live in the world of chasing sensations. I don't live in the same planet that most everybody else lives on. I don't care about football. I don't care about sports. I acknowledge politics because I make the comparison that it's the same as Hollywood. That the men that sit around the tables at the war rooms. I was in the war room. I was in Offutt. Every new airman goes down in the depths, in the belly of the earth. It's supposed to be 10 stories below. It's not. Just word lies. It's probably like they probably put you in an elevator and then like go down 2 floors, but they have you. They shake it. It's all an illusion. I was in the same place that George Bush came to on 9/11. I flipped George Bush the bird on 9/11. Good times. I didn't even know the towers fell until 10:30 that night. And because we were deploying equipment. As soon as those towers dropped, we were already shipping. We were already sending planes off to bomb people to get them, make them pay. Yeah. And then they have parades, and I'm like, I don't want to join their. Do you guys know what you have in parades for? Like, they don't have any clue what they're really supporting. And then you got all these mad, sad veterans that are like, I'm sorry for my service. You know, but I don't have a family and kids that are like celebrating, oh, thank you for everything you did. And they're just like drowning themselves in beer and stuff every night because, you know, they feel bad for that one thing that they did. But they didn't think anyone would ever know because it happened over there. The thing of it is they know and they can't get it out of their mind. And when people do dirty things, it haunts them. It does. If you have a soul and a conscience, it's going to haunt you. If you don't, then you're just going to rack up points and you probably won't. There's a lot of soulless people out there. They don't care. They just like to hurt people's feelings. I don't like hurting people's feelings. When people hurt my feelings, I want to hurt their feelings back. I'm getting to an age that I'm trying to channel that energy and just not. But I feel like I get baited a lot. I had an AA sponsor one time. I'm like, dude, people like, I had an asshole call me out from a podium at like an AA anniversary dinner. The guy, like, we weren't friends. We dated the same girl. He went to the event with the girl, and so the girl picked him. And so he went up to the podium and was like, I want to give a shout out to my girl Marge, with this fucking dumbass fucking Philly bullshit accent. And I was like, what? Like, what a weirdo. After he makes the whole room wait for him as he strolls up in his size 9s. Like the pompous asses. But it's okay because he did 2 years as a security force police. Like, it's his nepotism that always got the people in the positions of what they have, and I have no respect for him, so I could talk shit all day long. If I not want to. I don't feel like it though. The corruption, the level of corruption, because people have used their free will. But I'm done talking about that because I want to talk about some positive stuff I'm seeing. I'm seeing more people helping people on the street. I'm seeing more people. I'm figuring out how to set up my operation because I'm about to go into the bank, and then I want to talk to the bank about getting I think it's a USDA loan, and then I can have, like, make garden and produce. And then I'm going to have maybe like a 24 by 24 foot facility put in for a commercial kitchen. And then there on site, I can prepare ready-made meals for the people in the community, like the throwaways. The scumbags, the trash heaps, you know, the junkies, the ones nobody cares about. Because the only way we're going to make the earth a better place is take care of the frickin' scoundrels in the trash heaps. Convince them to not do harm. Because there's more and more people that are being displaced for all kinds of reasons. We just have to take care of people wherever they are. And if they want to stay where they are, then we need to be more accommodating. There's so much this versus that. Born and raised, outsiders. Like, aren't we all just indigenous to this planet? No. Because the hybrids are here. I like hearing how other people are figuring out that, like E.T., like, extraterrestrials are more interdimensional beings, and the higher that you raise in frequency, the more weird shit that happens. I had a weird timeline flip thing happen yesterday. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and one of Mom, and the show that Mom watches regularly is Castle. And I had Castle on, And I'd gone outside and came back inside, and there was an error or a message across the screen that said we can no longer play this show. The show is no longer available. And I said, I was like, what? They just took. I mean, like she watches it over and over. We have like a few shows on rotations, but that one's a pretty constant because it had like eight seasons in it, and so I was trying to figure it out. Like I'm like the whole show. So I go to Roku, and I go into search, and there's no Castle. It's not on continue watching. Like Castle was not on Roku for a second yesterday, and I told my friend, I said, I gotta figure this out. This is really tripping me out. I gotta go. So I excused myself off the phone, and I figured out. I guess I don't know what happened to it. It was gone, and then later it came back. Of course, it came back. Burp, because timelines are like a deck of cards. And they are shuffling all over the place. So much weird stuff is happening. For a lot of other people. Not so much for me, except for Mom had a bellyache. That was not normal. And school is already starting here where we live. And people are perpetuating the cycle, right? Isn't that... What's the name of that captain on Pirates of the Caribbean? He's like, everything's fine here, nothing's wrong, everything's great, and the ships are all splinters around him as he's going down the stairs. Oh. But really, what is it for the world to end? Like, my world has ended so many times. I mean, the calamity of it all. So many times my world has ended. My world is it's gonna end so many times more. And then it's going to end the last time I take my last breath. Because we're already ghosts. All of us are. Just based on the fact that only the humans don't live forever. Evidently, there's like shape-shifting fallen angels. Isn't that a movie Denzel Washington was in? With the spirit that transfers through touch and stuff like that. Like, you know, there's one God, but then there's all these other gods too. So, gosh, man. And then we all have these potentials in us that these same gods have. Like the astrology, that's what astrology is to me. It's like we're puppets on these planetary alignments, but we have free will. And what do people choose to do with their free will? What do they do with it? Nothing useful, nothing good. When I see like hundreds of people on the trails of Yosemite in all these places, I don't even want to go there. Like, I go there to get away from people. And so I'm not going to go there if there's going to be I go where the people aren't. As you can tell, because I'm talking to myself on the internet right now. I live in a beautiful place. I live in a lovely land. I just want the people to have reverence for life. I think if people had more reverence for life, and if they had things to do... Oh, I was talking about earlier the universal income that I want to speak into existence. Since Biff got $1 million, I think everybody that's born in the United States that from birth, they take our social and stuff, they set us an account, and then we get automatic deposit. $2,000, $24,000 every year until you're 18, and then when you're 18, you will have however much money out of that. It's $435,000, I think, is what it adds. 24,000. 24,000 times 18 years. $432,000. So that's less than half of what Biff's dad gave him. So I think it's fair. And then by then, I mean, people will be 18 and then they can have a little nest egg to do whatever they want. Then we don't have to go to college. They can start their own businesses. They can travel the world. They can do, they have the freedom to do what they want. A lot of people do alcohol, drugs, make bad choices is because they don't have anything better to do. Give people better things to do, but the options aren't there. They just aren't there. We got to level the playing field. And if we're not going to do it, Mother Nature is. And every time that, we hope and wish and pray these people into their heart so that we can have a better existence, like we edge closer to. I think Stephen Burns is doing a live right now, as a matter of fact. I don't subscribe to the kid, but he comes across, and you can tell people are just they're not used to this energy. And that's the thing, I am. I was born with it. Yeah, he is live. Europe's super volcano problem just took a serious turn. "10 minutes later, after all the ads." I would never monetize. Why, you want people to watch your YouTubes? Why would you, if you're so grateful for all the people why would you put them through it? Don't make people you care about skip ads. GS4. Whatever, I can't. That's why I don't subscribe. He bugs me. Can't listen to him. Oh my gosh, I try. I listen to more people I don't like than most people I know. Because I learn from people that I'm different than. And usually if I don't like them, it's because it's not even that we're different. It's probably because we're more alike. And I see things in them that I don't like about myself. If I'm going to be honest about it. There. I think I'm done talking because I've only wanted to talk long enough for Mom to go to bed, tell Mom a bedtime story. And I think she's asleep now, so I'm going to put on 2 Road Girls and get a good night's sleep because I get good night's sleeps. I really have no problem sleeping right now. A couple days ago, I got up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I was up for the day. It used to be that I would be up all night for one reason or another, and then I'd still have to go to work all day and be around and pretend. I had to play pretend. I hated going to work and pretending. I liked the work I did, I just didn't like the people that were just so fake. Why can't we just not play these silly games that they play? And I don't know. I'm not good at games, so that's why I don't play. So me and Mom, we're planting seeds for what we want to do to help make our community better. Because if people make their community better where they are, that adds up. It piles up. It does. We got to take care of more people. Even if you don't like them. Just got to help people whenever you get a chance. Because that's ultimately what we get to. It comes down to it. Life was never good when I was living it just for me. It's always been better when I was living it for us. That's what I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.